our Polar Pioneer, and we're just about to get on. That's them, they're all lining up there. And this is our cabin, and look, they've even given us a jacket. What a beauty.
Wow.
Show us your jacket.
Lucky me, found myself a new jacket. Oh.
Wow. Great, eh? So this is our quarters for the next 9 nights. They've just announced dinner for 8 o'clock, and there's 2 dining rooms here. I've just had a little bit of a snack. There's one here, and there's one here. This is our first dinner night here, and it's very nice too.
Zodiacs that if we're going to cruise, we can take everybody at once. We want the paddlers to enjoy their paddling, so anytime you guys are paddling, well, you're not in the Zodiacs, but you're still out there. But if for whatever...
We're just doing a safety drill here, and we're going to get into the boats. We're actually going to get into a boat. So we're just getting into the lifeboats now.
That should be very reassuring to all of you, because the engine works. And also, at the beginning of every season, they have to lower the boats and raise them again to make sure the davits are working properly.
Today's the second day of our trip on the boat. This is our little cabin. I'm going outside for a walk. I put my thermal gear on, see the pants underneath my jeans, and I've got this liner jacket which they've supplied, and a nice warm top, and this lovely blue jacket they've supplied too. See this? It's fantastic. So I'll go out on board, outside, and do some exercise. So I'll now walk up to the top deck of the ship. And we're at the front of the deck now, the top deck anyway. We board the Zodiacs for our first stop at Adco Island in the South Shetland Islands. The South Shetland Islands are often shrouded in mist with wet and chilly conditions. After hopping off the Zodiacs, we explore along the beach line, meeting the local penguins and seals. Here, 8 of our intrepid travellers snorkeled in the 1 degree centigrade water. And from all accounts, they loved it. And here they are, the snorkelers are back. This is a video. How'd you enjoy that? Wow. You went too, did you? Wow, that's amazing. We've just come off the Zodiac here on Livingston Island, and some penguins there, and there's some bull seals here laying on the beach. Look at you, aren't you just beautiful, eh? You are just beautiful. Look at you. Huh? I'm going to touch you. I'm not going to touch you. Coming right up to me, sniffing my boots. Inquisitive little fellow, aren't you? Well, here we are in the middle of a huge penguin colony, and these are big whale bones here. Look them over here. You can walk right up amongst all the penguins. And they're just nesting. This guy there is stealing little pebbles, and now he's going to bring it back to his partner. Watch this. Here he comes. Here we are. I've got a present for you. Here she comes to the nest, and there she says, "Thank you very much." There we go. Now he's going to steal another pebble from somewhere else. Whoops. 2 chicks there. Oh, look at that. 2 little chicks. Look, isn't that beautiful? Look how close I can walk up to these giant seals. He doesn't look real happy. What are you looking at? Eh? Ooh. And they're the kayakers from our ship. So now some of the passengers are getting onto the Zodiac. Deception Island at Whalers Bay, and behind me is an old abandoned exploration station here that the British used to have, and those tanks behind me there used to hold whale oil. And here the crane is lifting the Zodiacs into the water. Canoers are getting, the kayakers there are getting ready. Here goes the kayak. What these are, Jose?
Okay, these are, when you leave the boat, you've got to flick this off over, so you're saying you're off the boat when you get back. Look at back over saying you've come
Back
back
on the
ashore, and then they know if anyone's missing.
Lovely, thank you. Okay, and we're ready to go ashore on the Zodiacs now, here at Deception Island, Whale Bay. Here we are at the perilously narrow entrance to Whalers Bay. We explore the long beach and abandoned buildings near the landing site, destroyed by the 1968 to 69 volcanic eruptions. Earlier in the century, from 1912 to 1931, Whalers Bay was the site of a large Norwegian whaling enterprise, where floating factories had worked here since 1906. Research activity at British and Chilean Scientific Station was established in 1944, interrupted again by volcanic eruptions in 1967 and 1969 and 1970. Okay, let's go into one of these. Here, lady. Oh, wow. These are British people. Well, that's where we were at Whale Bay, on Deception Island. Now we're heading back out. So we are on the bridge and we're going past all these icebergs on our left. Day the 23rd, and we're actually on the Antarctic continent at the moment. So see all the icebergs? And we'll spend a couple of hours on the land here, and then we'll cruise around all the icebergs.
Bit of a rocky shelf.
It's about 3 degrees and we're ready on the Zodiac to head off again. And we're just approaching an iceberg here on the Zodiac, and there's some little penguins climbing halfway up the iceberg. Look at that. Wow. And there's a ship in the background. Helen, look at the ship in the background. This is a comrade checking us out. Saying, what's going on here? Well, we're now on the Antarctic continent, and we've landed here. And behind me is where there used to be a little hut for some expedition people, but it's been closed down. We're going to climb all the way up that mountain where you can see behind me all those people are climbing up. Okay, we're halfway up the mountain now. In fact, a bit more than halfway, I think. And I'm just following in everybody else's footsteps, you see. Makes it a bit easier. Okay, so we'll keep going. I don't know if you can see behind me the ship in the background and the trail that the other people have all left. Oh, look at a wonderful view all around me.
The continent of the Antarctic. How lucky are we?
And there's the Zodiac going back to the ship.
Go, everyone. Away you go. Come out, guys. Yep, you're ready to come. And Amy, you help everyone out. Good work. That's the team.
Today's Thursday the 24th of December 2015 and we're on Danko Island in the Antarctic, going through all the icebergs. How exciting is that? And here we are at Danko Island on Christmas Eve, 24th of December 2015, and it's quite a bright day. In fact, it's 24 hours daylight here. And there's the penguins on the beach, and in the distance there you can see our ship right over there. It's a magnificent scene. I'm glaring a bit because it is quite bright. It's about 4 degrees. The water is about 1 degree. Here comes a penguin out of the water. Look. There's a heap of little groups of penguins all trying to find a spot to get up on the ice. Okay, we're doing a bit of exploring now, and we're walking along these tracks which are penguin highways. That's the route the penguins use. There's a little penguin coming towards me on the penguin highway. I'll just stop for him. Here comes the penguin, up the penguin highway, right close to where I am. Look, I'm sitting here. Hello. Hello.
Well done.
How was it?
That's cold. That is cold.
We know that, but